Okay, Justin Davey here again. I've added a few extra pieces of equipment to my rig over the past few weeks, so I thought it might be interesting to just do a little video just to show you the latest incarnation, if you like, of the rig. Now I'm trying to shoot this from a tripod, so apologies if some of the things don't come out as well as I would like. However, the biggest thing which I have recently purchased is the Lanparte battery pinch and 150 watt hour battery. And the nice thing about this is that not only does it fit onto standard rail mounts, it also gives us an HDMI switch built in. If I just can zoom in a little bit for you. It gives us an HDMI switch, it gives us USB out, which I'm currently using to power my FiO headphone amplifier, which I'll talk about in a second, but it's equally usable for charging an iPad or an iPhone or whatever. It also gives us 5 volt out, 12 volt out, etc. So I am actually using this to, at the moment, power my Lillipop monitor, my Zoom H4n, my headphone amplifier, and most importantly, the battery in the camera. Now the way I'm doing that, and if I just scroll along here to show you, is I'm using this. Now this goes into the 550D, and you can purchase these for the 5D Mark II, 60D, etc. Usually these cost, I think, probably £20–25, and the way it works is that it simply sits inside your battery compartment. Works just the same way as a power supply if you want to power your camera off the mains. And what I'm doing here, if I just disconnect this a second to show you, is basically it's got a standard 2.1mm DC connector plug on the end, and that then connects to the 7.4 volt output on the Lanparte. So let me just show you where that's going. Whoops-a-daisy. So that goes out of this connector here, and you'll notice that it's a red plug, and that's because it's very important that we don't mix the voltages up when connecting a camera. So they are very cleverly at Lanparte and very thoughtfully made this output connector different. It's a much smaller plug, 1.35mm plug, I think. So basically it can only fit into here, and it's also red, whereas the others are all black. So let me just get the other end of this cable and let me just show you. So that goes into there like so, and then this other end plugs in to the battery compartment. So let's just zoom out a little bit so we can see what's going on. So basically we have the battery connector here, and that simply connects to here. Now the thing is, as I said, these are about 20 odd pounds, but I'd already purchased a power supply for my 550D. It wasn't the official Canon one. You can get them on eBay and Amazon for probably no more than £20 complete. In fact, I think I've seen them for as little as £10 or £12. And they come with a DC transformer and also this battery connector. Now on the other end of the connector, usually it goes straight into our power supply. So all I did, for about £2 off eBay, I purchased a male and a female DC plug, cut the cable, put the female plug, soldered the female plug onto the end of this cable, and put the male plug onto the end of the other transformer, should I ever wish to use the main supply again. I'm not sure whether I will now I've got this large battery. But that enables us to then connect the pinch cable which comes with the Lanparte and connect it straight to the 550D battery connector. So rather than spending another £20–25, I just simply bought a male and female 2.1mm DC plug, cut my wire and use the existing battery connector that I had. What else have we got on the rig? Well, headphone monitoring. Now we all know that with Magic Lantern we can now have headphone monitoring. But the problem with the headphone monitor output is it's extremely weak. Depending on the impedance of the headphones you're using, you don't get a particularly good level. So what I've done here on my rig, I've used the standard AV cable. I've tie wrapped that on, that comes with the all the Canon cameras. And then what I did is purchased a very, very, very cheap, let me try and dismantle this to show you, a very, very cheap, for a couple of pounds, connector cable, again off Amazon I think it was, which basically has a left and right phono socket to a 3.5mm jack plug. We connect those to our outputs. Now, I'm not sure, but when I was testing this, for some reason the left and right channels appeared to be crossed over. So I think I found that to get the correct monitoring, we need to just connect the opposite pairs. This then goes into a standard 3.5mm jack plug, and then what I've got, I've velcroed this on, £19 off Amazon. I bought this thing, and I think it's really, really nice for the money. It's a simple headphone amplifier. They do different models. This is the E5, I believe. It's USB charged. It lasts for about 20 hours. And I'm actually as I said earlier, being able to charge this directly off the USB output on the Lanparte battery pinch, which is very convenient. It comes with a couple of very nice little short 3.5mm connector plugs. So we simply connect that to our input. That can then go back onto the rig, and then that simply connects to the output of the left and right analog outputs from the camera and gives us really nice high quality headphone amplification. Okay, now looking at the Zoom H4n. A lot of people use these. They are very popular for DSLR shooting. I'm actually recording the audio for this video straight onto the camera with Magic Lantern and a very cheap newer lapel microphone off Amazon. But it is something that is useful. It enables us to do four track split recording, etc. It's useful for ambient sound. It's useful if we need any phantom power. So it is useful. So I just thought I'd quickly talk about how I'm powering this. Now, if you notice, if you've ever looked on your Zoom H4n, the DC input on the Zoom, excuse me while I just adjust this slightly, is actually a 1.7mm DC socket. And like all the outputs on the Lanparte pinch, they are 2.1mm. So you can't take the output which comes with the Lanparte. If I could just find it here for you. Let me just get this out somehow. I've managed to... There we go. So the output here is actually a 2.1mm. So we need to get this into there. So again, a quick trawl on eBay enabled me to find a simple adapter plug. It was about £2. Make sure you look for a 1.7mm plug on one end to a 2.1mm plug on the other. And that then enables us to take the 5V output from the Lanparte, connect it onto the adapter, and then we can go straight in to the Zoom H4n. And that gives us power from the Lanparte battery as well. Okay, just to finish off then, the nice thing about the VMount battery, the Lanparte 150 watt-hour Lanparte VMount battery, bit of a mouthful, is that it's also got a very useful LCD readout on the side telling me the charge. It's also backlit, so if I press this button here, as you can see, it lights up for a few seconds. And that's currently telling me, I don't know whether you can see this, but it's telling me there's 85% charge available. And when you plug it in to charge, it will also tell us the time left to fully charge the battery. So a very useful little readout. I think I got this battery yesterday. It had about 60% charging, and it was saying about 2 hours to charge it to full capacity. So I hope that's useful. Just a little bit of a talk about my handheld shoulder rig. I've also got the defocus on here. Everything on here was really quite cheap, comparatively speaking. The bits were all purchased off eBay. The handles that I've got, the base plate, the offset shoulder mount, probably only about £100 in total. You can find all the bits on eBay. It's not difficult to find them. The last thing to say about the Lanparte is that it does act as a very, very useful counterweight when you are using the rig on your shoulder. Okay, so I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching.